What's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the HTML series. So, as of last episode, I've showed you the basic structures and the difference between two types of tags. So, in this episode, we're going to be seeing the header tags. So, let's come back into this code. I haven't changed anything since the last episode. I have still my past episode running. So, I'm going to be removing this and let's leave this alone. So H1 is one of the header tags. I'm not speaking about the header container tags. That's gonna be coming later. No, I'm not speaking about the head. I'm speaking about H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So those have differences. So let's copy this and let's see what the differences are. In this episode, I'm not only going to be showing you the H1 tags, I'll be showing you the paragraph tags, some shortcuts also as a bonus to this episode. 4, 5, 6, uh, 0. What? Let's copy this. I'm using Shift plus arrow keys to copy and select like this. So I'll paste this. Let's change this into the H2 tags. So what's the difference between the H1 and the H2 tags is the more the number go down, the smaller the text that's gonna be inside it. It's gonna be displayed smaller. For example, the difference between H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6 is that when you are using H1, you are gonna be only using it once in a page. It's not a rule, but it's an aesthetical rule because we only use it to describe titles when we are describing subtitles mostly than we use H3 and H4. As you use it's gonna differ how you are gonna use it, what color you are gonna use it with, that you can determine using CSS. We have these things. I'm gonna save it. I have still my live server running, so let's come into here. As you see there are I like pizza, I like pizza, I like pizza, I like pizza. But as the number gets down, it gets smaller. If you don't know, HTML runs from top to bottom. So it's showing that the H1 is the biggest out of all of the six. As the number gets smaller, the size also gets smaller. That's what differs the header tags. So there have a little bit of difference, but not much difference. So there are other tags also that we use to display text. So let's say there's a paragraph tag. The paragraph tag is this. It's just a P inside the what's called the bracket things, the greater than and less than signs. So inside there, let me show you a single trick up my sleeve that I use all the time in Visual Studio Code when testing or creating the UI part of the website. So let's say Laura. Sorry, Laura. If we say 100, lorem 100, no, so don't add a space, lorem 100, it would give you 100 words. We only need 10 words, so it gives you this sentence. I really don't know what the meaning is, but I really use it just to test it out, so I don't really care. So if you increase the number, you get more numbers of words. So this is only 10 words. I used this to show you how the paragraph works. So let's say, so if I didn't tell you, I'm also using the prettier extension. That's why it is automatically like cleaning them up and making them look the code look better. So you see right here, it starts like a paragraph lorem ipsum citamet contextor adiplistic I don't know what it means. So this is another tag. So another tag other than this that we can check is, let's say, the A tag. The A tag is a hyperlink tag. This hyperlink tag is used to describe some things like, how could I explain it? To direct you to something that's up on the internet or not up in the internet. So let's say I'm gonna teach you about other views like in episode 5 or 6. It's not gonna be a problem. Let's say href, the attributes that we use to describe what we want to show. So let's say n.png, because we have it locally here, we don't need to click. So the text that you describe right here is what is going to be displayed there. and it's gonna be described as it has an underlinement, some colors that comes because it's a hyperlink. So let's add what should I say? Link to see logo. Okay, let's save. So I'm using Control Task S to save. So don't be bothered if you don't want to use the shortcut. You can use right come here and press save to save to. They're like pretty same. It's easier. So as I said, it is blue color and it has underlinings. That's because the A tag or the hyperlink tag has its own, like, what could I say, CSS benefits or what comes with it by default. So if I click it, it's gonna take me to the picture. But if I come back, it's gonna be here. So let's improve it even more and let me introduce you to another tab. So another tab will be the button tab. Oh, should I show you that? Why not? It's the button tab. Button, uh, button, yeah, button. Inside button, click to see the logo. So let's make it a little beautiful. As I said, I'm gonna teach you when I reach this, like the attributes part. So this you don't need to know. Just to make it a little beautiful board, let's add a border radius. Let's say 10 pixels. Then come right here. Then background color black. Let's use black. Then what's color? Don't worry about this in the CSS section. I'm gonna be teaching you all this is. Just use them. Just so you know, let me tell you what they do. So let's use other. So this is the border radius. It increases the bevels at the edge of the button. The background color, as you can tell, it's gonna just change the background color. The color changes the text inside it. So yeah, and let's do decorations none because they are called text decorations. But that I showed you the hyperlink uh, thing. So for it not to affect our what we changed, we do that. So organized it. So you don't need to understand everything right here, but if you want to understand, I just explain everything. If we come back to here, you see it has bevels. It's because the 10 pixel border radius we added. The background color is black because we did this. The color is azure because we changed the color of the text because we did this. If we don't have the text decoration, it's gonna have underlines and stuff because of it's in the hyperlink tag. So it's gonna get dirty. So if we place it, it comes here. So in the future, we might make it a little more interesting. So in this video, this is gonna be a conclusion, I think. In the next episode, I'm most probably gonna teach you the pretty basic answer tags that you most probably know. This is gonna be the part one of the tags, basic tags you can know. Then the next one, I'm gonna be teaching you more of the basic